Welcome to Women Rise, We All Thrive, a Schneider Electric's podcast dedicated to bringing you stories of how women rise in a historically male-dominated industry. At Schneider Electric, we believe that both men and women are critical to achieving gender equality and promoting women's empowerment. We commit to act as an agent of change and build a better world where gender diversity, equality, and inclusion are real. In this podcast series, you will hear real stories of our colleagues across the globe, both female and male, on how they commit to being part of the solution and driving changes from the inside out.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our podcast series. This is Yajun or GD for short, your host. I'm excited to welcome back to the journeys of exploring how women in energies and women in leadership rise in a male-dominated industry, featuring our own employees as Schneider Electric. In the last episode, we have talked about the progress that we have made collectively in gender equality, discussing the internal and external challenges that women are facing in fulfilling their work and life. Our guest speaker, Jun Tan, has also highlighted the importance of overcoming challenges like beliefs, perceptions, or habits in women that are holding themselves back. At the very end of the sessions, she also introduced a very interesting program that we have been running at Schneider Electric with the name of How Women Rise, aiming to demystify the 12 common habits that women have been practicing unconsciously. And as we have agreed, we'll try to explore deeper each of these habits in our podcast series. So today, I'm excited to start with the very first one, reluctant to climb your achievement. Joining me in this episode today is Lili Mow, Commercial and Transformations Vice President, Power Product at Schneider Electric, East Asia, Japan, and Pacific. Hi Lili, thanks for joining us today. Can you tell the audience briefly about yourself?
Hi Jia, thanks for having me. And for this is really a near to my heart topic. And I'm Lili, very happy to be part of Women in Energy. A short brief background about myself. I'm very fortunate to be given chance in various roles and exposure in my career path. I'm engineering trained, started as a PLC programmer, having doing project management, quality, TQM, commercial methodology, sales, country management, and now in the commercial transformation. I will say that, I think I'm old and age. I'm 28 years of working life, have been with 3 companies, experienced with 18 different bosses or direct manager.
Wow.
You can say that either I change role or either my manager changed role. Okay. Which is good, right?
Yeah.
In my personal life, that I'm very proud that to tell our female colleagues that I'm a mother of 3 grown-up kids. And I have a super supportive husband. And also I think I have my mom and my mother-in-law helping me. So that's my blessing and fortunate part that can make me more concentrate and focus in career. Working on gender diversity, being a spokesperson for women in career and leadership, inspire and unleash women power. These are my great passion in life that I wish to do more in this part.
Wow, thanks for the introductions, Lily. And I think this is quite powerful when you say that you started out as an engineer, especially in this industry where it used to be, very male dominated, right? And then you move off and, doing various assignment and then changing your career path to more general management. And in fact, I know that you're actually among one of the first female general managers at Schneider Electric. Can you tell us more about that experience?
Oh, yes. I'm actually very glad to be very proud of myself also to be among one of the first female country managers. And I tell you what, when I recall that when I was informed by my zone president that I was selected to be country manager for Malaysia in the evening, and guess what? My first reaction and response to him is that, why me? Why not so and so? And I give a few names, some more. That is the real exhibit of women reluctant to claim your achievement. I'm the victim of that, I think.
Oh, well, thanks for that. Yeah, and I think that's really, bring us to the topic of our podcast series today as well. So now, Lily, what do you think about the perspective that Sally has just offered?
If I ask myself now, I think I still that won't be able to say that yes, I achieved that. I still will spread the
Yeah.
credit that to say that no, we without the team I wouldn't have make it and all this, right? I think that the women in that is not only that that for us to stand up to say that I have achieved certain thing. I think further to that, that as an Asian culture we have been grown up with the value of being humble, being modest. I don't know, it apply more to women, so I don't know that whether my male colleagues that they also have that kind of grown up, why they can overcome that. But I feel that we are pushed very hard by our parents with high expectation, and it is kind of setting us back to claim for achievement. As we feel that the bar could be higher, why should I satisfy with that I achieve, right? And we tend to say we can do better. We tend to say that oh we need other it's a team effort, and this also may give a wrong perceptions that the target is not being met, or we are not that capable, or things are partially met. It actually have a negative impact in the receiver. And for women that we usually work double the efforts, I think that I've seen in organization, and we got to achieve much more comparing to our male colleagues, right? To be able to get seen in organization.
I think that's interesting. However, I'm just wondering why women tend to be hindered by this habit more than men. Any insight on this, Lily?
I'm actually one of them. When I read the books, that I feel that oh, it's exactly what describing me, right? Uh,
Yeah.
in my current job, I also spend a lot of times that you see, my passion is to bring up more women leaders also. That or to actually have more female colleagues in this world, as you say that we are in our industry, we are actually in much more a male driven kind of a business or nature, right? I spend lots of time that actually hearing and encouraging female colleagues, and I found that many of them they are capable career women. They contribute and they create great impacts to business and to the surrounding. They usually take job satisfaction as a first priority, as inspiration. They aspire to be that. They will want to prove that they can do it. However, they are not eager for power. Hence, they actually don't claim for it. And they are being seen more as a supporting to others and rather than leading others. And I will say that we women in the organizations that we don't wish to be confined with a small scope. We also aim to be able to create impact, to be impactful to the organization. And we usually mistaken, I would say that we mistaken ambitious as equals to eager for power or eager to climb corporate ladders. And this is very wrong. Being ambitious also imply that we actually want to do more and we want to be impactful. It doesn't mean that ambitious is just equals to power ego. When I ask a female colleague, what inspired them in career, the spontaneous response usually, oh, I'm not that ambitious. I just want to have job satisfaction, or I just being satisfied with my own value and contribution to the team. These are the things that I usually heard as a first reaction, right? But when I further talk and probe into that, and actually, you will find that they actually want to do a lot more. They're asking for a lot more. They aim high in what they want to make good in their current job and what they want to be an impactful kind of contribution. So I tell them that you are ambitious. And what we need to know that if we want to do more and if we want to unleash our capability, then we need to move up the position, and we need to have a position that we can expand more. So to do that, we need to be seen that we can actually move up to that position so that we can actually contribute more. Imagine that the persons that evaluate you on that higher position or bigger capacity kind of positions, that of course it got to be fair to the persons, that they got to see that you are capable to do that. If you're not being seen, you will not be chosen. So I will say that being purposeful, that that women will need to know that if I desire for that, then I got to make it for that.
Well, agree. Now back to your personal story, right? And I heard you mentioned that you are still, having this topic in you. However, if you look at your career, you've been, expanding your role and your responsibilities, and even leading a country, being the first female general managers as Schneider Electric in Asia, right? So I think you must have done something about this, this habit particularly, right, to support you with that. So can you share a little bit more about that? I mean, like some of the things that you have done differently to really to step up and, yeah, as you said, to be seen in your career.
I think that naturally, my bad habit that come, that I will tell you that I'm not sure I can be a good role model here.
Yeah, now you need to claim your credit. Now you need to claim your achievement.
Yeah, and because I really have seen that, I have other colleagues that who do much more that, in naturally claiming their credits, right? But in my job capacity, I take all chance, because I know that this is the habit that hinder us. So I take all chance to facilitate for many of my female colleagues to voice up and to demonstrate their achievement. I inspire them to take bigger responsibility, and for examples, that I provide them a platform to take lead of initiative or some step up projects, and want them to present it to the management or higher management, right? And doing that it will actually kind of like push me to demonstrate that I can actually, selling my achievement, that presenting my achievement, and this actually give me a lot of positive energies to overcome such a habit.
I think that is great, right? Because from one hand, it's important for us to encourage female colleagues to step up. But I think from the other hand as well, we need to create opportunities for them as well, right?
Yeah, you need to have that kind of environment, because that in the nature, they won't, stand up to say that I have made this thing. We may need to put some attentions that to those silence worker, that and you will find a lot of them are these female, they're very much projecting themselves as a supporting role instead of leading role. They don't actually raise the hand, say I want to lead. So we got to kind of like intentionally to say that, hey, can you please lead this?
Oh,
So
I see.
that is some things that we, the leaders would have to spot it and encourage that.
Well, I think it's important that we should give, equal opportunities for both men and women to take up leadership role, right? But just out of curiosity, Lily, so back in your, time of being general managers, country managers, how many female leaders do you have in your board management?
But my
Yeah.
recent one in Taiwan, I don't know the male colleagues there will actually blame me or not. That when I arrive, it's only me and my HR are female.
Wow, I
Out of
see.
the 10 people in the management team, 10 or 11, and when I leave, I think 80% are female.
Now, actually, I think that's the moment that I still recall as well, because I think that was in 2019, right? And Japan,
Yes.
Taiwan will actually recognize as the country with the best diversity in the zone, because you have done such a great job in women hirings and women in leadership because of that, right?
That's true. That's true. I should claim for that. I'm very proud of that also. And that I think the key thing is that we should have a quite an equal pool of talents in the countries, in the market, right? It's just that it could be that I resonance better. That it could be like I actually spend time to listen to that, or I can actually, point it out that how they should stand up, that to or I create a platform for them to actually unleash their capability. So I think that or they are being inspired, right? They see that, okay, doesn't means that a mother of three cannot be good in a career, so they actually being inspired of.
Thanks for these wonderful insights and great personal example, Lily. Do you have any final advice for the audience out there who is listening to our podcast today?
I would think that it need a lot of hard work. It need a lot of open-minded also. I will actually encourage everyone that to stay very open to challenges, very open to exposure, never say die kind of attitude and working objectively. That will be the path forward for everyone. It's just that particularly for women, don't underestimate yourself, right? And I also want to take the opportunity. I feel it's important for that I want to have a call for action for our male colleagues. Please notice the surrounding silent, hard work female colleagues. We, the female colleagues, we are not just good to support you all, to support the team, but we are also having potential to lead the team. This is the message that I actually want to get everybody on this topic.
Thanks for joining us today, Lili, and wonderful sharing. I have personally learned a lot from our conversation today and hope that the audience has also taken some impactful takeaway as well. So please join the conversation with us and leave your comments, and see you in the next episode.
The content of this podcast is for informational purposes only, should not be undertaken as financial, economic, legal, business, tax, or investment advice. The information, statements, views, and opinions should not be construed as the provision of advice by Schneider Electric, or as an offer to buy or sell any products or services, or to make or consider any investment or course of action. Unless stated otherwise, or with quoted source, the facts provided in this podcast are the